If I told you that Victorians paid to inspect real mermaids built from fish tails, animal jaws, bird claws, wire and papier-mâché, you might assume they had simply been fooled. But by 1822, one shrivelled mermaid was drawing crowds inside a London coffee house. Several hundred people a day reportedly paid a shilling to see it. Experts suspected it had been manufactured. The crowds came anyway. And the story had begun far from London. In Japan, human fish figures, known as ningyo, had appeared in religious collections and travelling exhibitions long before Queen Victoria took the throne. When similar creatures entered European museums and sideshows, they arrived in a world already hungry for impossible discoveries. 20 years after the London exhibition, P.T. Barnum turned the Feejee Mermaid into one of the century's most effective publicity stunts. He used newspaper stories, scientific-sounding lectures, and carefully planted arguments about whether it was genuine. His advertising encouraged people to imagine a beautiful woman with a fish's tail. What visitors actually saw was a small blackened creature with a twisted face, claw-like hands, and a torso joined awkwardly to a fish. P.T. Barnum understood something important. He did not need everyone to believe it was real. He only needed them to believe that it might be. Every argument made the creature more valuable. Skeptics wanted to expose it. Believers wanted proof. Curious visitors paid simply to decide for themselves. The demand created more specimens. Modern scans of one example at London's Horniman Museum revealed fish jaws, a fish tail, and wooden supports, along with wire, string, clay, papier-mâché, and claws probably taken from a bird. It was less a preserved animal than a carefully engineered prop. So why did the deception work? Because the 19th century was also revealing real animals that looked impossible. When the first platypus reached Europe, some naturalists suspected its duck-like bill had been stitched onto another animal. But the platypus was real. That made the boundary between genuine discovery and manufactured monster surprisingly difficult to see. The fake mermaid was not simply proof that Victorian audiences were gullible. It was proof that uncertainty could be packaged, advertised, and sold. Once people had paid their shilling, the question was no longer whether the mermaid was real. It was whether they could prove that it was not. Would you have paid to see it?